What's up, everybody? It's Trey Smith, one half of the College GameTime YouTube channel. We are the YouTube channel that drops fresh college sports content nonstop, so please hit subscribe right now. Just press the button down there. Okay, today I want to talk about basically the last big fish that's still on the board in the 2022 recruiting class. It's Josh Conerly Jr. He is a 5-star. I think he's the top overall offensive lineman left in the country. I mean, this is a kid who could go anywhere he wants. He's a top 15 player overall, just a beast. Now, he recently announced his top 6 are USC, Michigan, Miami, OU, Washington, Oregon. I say recently, I think we're talking probably within the last month and a half or so it may not be as recent as I just made it sound. But those were his final 6. And I think that with some coaching transitions that have happened, I think it's really a 2-horse race at this point. I think it's going to come down to USC or Miami. And I'm going to give USC the lean just because it's a West Coast school. He's a West Coast kid. He's up in Seattle, Washington. And the reason why he didn't commit on signing day in early February was because he's actually a pretty good basketball player. So I like a offensive lineman who also was a skilled basketball player, because there's a lot of skill sets there that can translate from one side to the other, especially as an offensive lineman, being able to have quick hands, quick feet, good coordination. And so he's the center for one of the top programs really in the country. It's actually the same program where Jamal Crawford, the longtime NBA player, came out of, and there's some others that I'm probably not thinking of right now, but he was committed to his basketball team and finishing out this season. They have a phenomenal program, and he wanted to be able to 100% focus on that before making his college decision as to where he was going to go play football. So he's delayed it to make his decision in late March. And interestingly enough, he has an official visit set up with USC, rumored to be in late March. I actually hit him up on Twitter to see if I could confirm that. I'm waiting to see if he'll respond to me. But supposedly he's going to be visiting USC in late March, and I really think that is going to be Lincoln Riley's chance and his team, his staff's chance to close him. Really just solidify him as a part of the 2022 class. Obviously, their 2022 recruiting class wasn't real beefed up, didn't have a lot of players in it because they utilized a lot of those scholarships, as we all know, into the transfer portal, and that's where they were number 1. I think Ole Miss may have jumped them, so I think they're number 2 now. But either way, the transfer class they just brought in is loaded. The 2023 class that they have, even though it's only a few recruits that have committed, they've got like a 99.8 overall or average recruit. With only 3 guys on the board, I think they're like top 10, top 15. And so that's probably going to be competing for a number 1 overall class, their 2023 group. And so getting a lineman of this caliber in for 2022 for USC, I think is huge. I think it's critical because this is a guy that I believe could come in and play immediately. I think he could really thrive in Lincoln Riley's system. I think that the way he's built, he's not like one of these this way I could say is where he's too big, right? I mean, he's like he's about 6'5", 6'6", I think 275, 280. He's coordinated, good footwork. I mean, obviously he's a pretty good basketball player as well. So you could imagine how that transfers to plan on the offensive line. Obviously they'll probably add weight to him, but I think he'd come in ready to make an impact immediately. But then you sandwich him in between this transfer portal class they just brought in, combined with the 2023 class that they're going to be bringing in. I mean, I've been saying it. What Lincoln Riley's building at USC, and I know OU fans don't want to hear this, but he's building a team that's going to compete. He's building a team that will be in the college football playoff conversation. Now, again, but what will he do once he gets there will be contingent on what he's able to do defensively. And the team that I think is going to challenge USC the most with this young man's recruitment, with Josh Conerly Jr.'s recruitment, is Miami. And the reason why is because Miami was already a finalist, but then they brought Cristobal from Oregon, who was another one of his finalists, and then they brought Gaddis from Michigan, and that was another finalist as well, as I already mentioned, with the top 6. And I think that enhances that chance for Miami. It's just all the way on the other side of the country from where he literally, I mean, he'd be going from one side to the exact opposite. He's going from the northwest to the southeast, the deep northwest to the deep southeast. But if that's what he wants to do, I'm giving USC the lean because it's right there on the West Coast. And I think that Lincoln Riley had already initiated an established relationship with him when he was at OU. And, obviously Washington was in the mix, but then their coach got fired. They had some turnover there. So keep an eye out, USC fans. I think Josh Conerly Jr., it's only a matter of time before he becomes a fight-on Trojan. I think that Miami's going to challenge it because of the coaching staff and because of the relationships that he has there. But we'll see. Be tuned to this. Late March. He's visiting. He's coming to Southern California in late March. So that's a chance, I believe, for USC to get it done. All right, that's all I got for today. Like I said, it's College Game Time YouTube channel. Drop fresh college sports content nonstop. Please hit subscribe. That's it for me. I'm out.